welcome all of you in online teaching learning process. We have started unit number 2, metal ligand bonding in transition metal complexes, from the paper number 9 in organic chemistry. And in last video we have discussed about the John-Taylor distortion, in which we have seen the phenomena of John-Taylor distortion with respect to octahedral complex, that is octahedral complex converted into tetragonal complex, that is a Z elongation and Z compression takes place. And in this video we will see details about the factors affecting the magnitude of crystal field splitting, that is crystal field splitting parameter, that is 10 dq value or delta octahedral value. So in the case of factors affecting, first factor is a nature of metal ion, that is a row to which it belongs, that is if it belongs from 3D, 4D series or 5D series. So going from the first row transition series to second row, there is an increase in crystal field energy, splitting energy takes place. So larger the metal, larger is the crystal field splitting parameter. So this is the first point, that is first factor is nature of metal ion. Then second factor, most important, is oxidation state of the metal ion, that is simply higher the oxidation state of the metal, more is the crystal field splitting parameter. Then third factor is number of ligands and shape of complex, that is the crystal field splitting mainly depends on nature of the complex, that is octahedral complex or tetrahedral or square planar, will be explained in next slide. Then fourth one, relative strength of the ligand, that is ligand strength affects the crystal field splitting parameter, that is 10 dq value, that is simply it is a spectrochemical series. So these four factors are very important to measure crystal field splitting or to calculate delta value. So we will see one by one in next slide, that is factors that affect crystal field splitting. Then first one is the nature of the ligand. So nature of ligand, so this is a spectrochemical series. In this spectrochemical series, first ligand, name of the ligand is a I minus, then the strength increases, then second one Br minus, then S minus minus, then SCN minus, then Cl minus, then NO2 minus, then N3 minus, then fluoride ion F minus, then OH minus ion, then C2O4 means oxalate ion, then O minus minus, then aqua water, then NCS minus, then methyl cyanide CH3CN, then pyridine which is also ligand, then ammonia, then ethylene diamine means EN, BPY means bipyridine, then PHEN means phenanthroline, then NO2 minus, then triphenylphosphine, then CN minus, and strongest one is a carbon monoxide. So in this spectrochemical series, so this series is very important to determine the nature of the ligand. So starting from halides, iodine, bromine or chlorine, all these are weak field ligands. And after that, after water is a middle point, water is also weak field, and after water all these are strong field ligand. So strongest one is a carbon monoxide. So strong field ligands, this carbon monoxide in multiple choice question, and along with in MSc entrance they will ask which of the following is the strongest ligand. In option they will ask Cn minus, CO, and along with ammonia. Then from these three, carbon monoxide is the strongest ligand. And in case of halides, I minus, Br minus, Cl minus, which is the weak ligand, so I minus is the weak ligand. So this is the nature of the ligand. and which affects the crystal field splitting of that complex. So one by one we will see. Ligands with the same donor atoms are close together in the series. That is, suppose ligands are having same donor atom. For example, in case of NCS minus, thiocyanate nitrogen as a donor atom, then CH3CN with nitrogen as a donor atom, then pyridine also nitrogen donor atom, in ammonia nitrogen donor atom, ethylene diamine nitrogen donor atom. All these are kept in the series in together, that is they are present in at same places. Then next important point, that is ligands up to water are weak field ligands. We have discussed that is before water all the ligands are weak field and tend to result in high spin complex. So this is the most important parameter. When any complex formed with I minus to water, all these ligands, then that complexes are called high spin complexes. So this is the most important terminology. When high spin complex is formed, when transition metal combines with the ligand which are having weak field strength, so that complexes are called high spin complex. And next terminology is ligands beyond water, after water, are called as strong field ligand, that is a NCS minus to carbon monoxide, and tend to result in low spin complexes. So next important terminology, that is what are the low spin complexes? Low spin complexes when transition metal combines with the ligands which are coming from SCN minus to carbon monoxide, and that complexes are called low spin complexes. So these two terminologies are very important, that is high spin complexes and low spin complexes. Then next we will see, that is CFT cannot explain why certain anionic ligands lies lower in the series than neutral ligands. That is, water is a neutral ligand, but there are some anionic ligand, that is O minus minus, oxalate O, F minus. That is, the position of these anionic ligands before water, aqua ligand, is not explained very well in CFT concept. Although that is a reverse should be expected based on electrostatic interaction. That is, actually spectrochemical series is a different one, but CFT cannot explain why such type of arrangement done in spectrochemical series. So these are the some limitations. And another one, it also cannot explain why OH minus lies lower in the series than water and ammonia. That is, position of OH minus is actually OH minus is a strong one, but why it is kept before water, it not explained in this series. But we will accept this series as it is. That is, this is a spectrochemical series, that is before water all these are weak field and after water all these are strong field ligand. So this is the first parameter, which is very important one. And in this nature of the ligand, we will conclude that when any complex formed with the ligands, that is iodine to water, weak field ligand, then there is a crystal field splitting parameter is very small, and that complex is high spin. But when the complexes are formed with strong field ligand, then there is a crystal field splitting parameter is a greater as compared to weak field ligands. So this is the first parameter, nature of the ligand. We concluded here that the factors affecting crystal field stabilization energy with respect to nature of ligand. When the ligands are strong, the energy gap between T2G and EG is more. The distribution of electron does not take place according to Hund's rule. They are low spin complexes. So in the case of when the ligands are strong field, so there is a large energy gap between T2G and EG takes place, and all the electrons are filled into the T2G. So it does not obey Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. So these complexes are called as low spin complexes because it is formed by strong field ligands. And in another case, when we are using weak field ligands, then it obeys Hund's rule because there is a small energy gap between T2G and EG takes place, and it obeys Hund's rule, and that complexes are called as high spin complexes. So this is the first nature of the ligand, first factor. In conclusion, in the case of nature of ligand, if weak ligands approach metal, less splitting of d orbital occurs and energy gap would be small. In previous slide we have seen that. If strong ligand approach metal, more splitting of d orbital occurs and energy gap would be large. Then next parameter is the geometry of complex. So in the case of geometry complex, that is order of crystal field stabilized energy according to geometry of complex is, that is, when there is a square planar complex, then crystal field stabilization energy is more as compared to octahedral complex. And octahedral, in case of octahedral complex, crystal field stabilization energy is greater than tetrahedral complex. So this is the sequence, that is, when the complex having square planar, then it has most crystal field stabilized energy as compared to octahedral and tetrahedral one. So these are the factors, that is delta tetrahedral. So delta tetrahedral value is 4 by 9 times delta octahedral value, and delta octahedral value and delta square planar value is 1.23 times delta octahedral value. So this is the relation between geometry of the complex and crystal field stabilization energy. Then next we will see, that is factors affecting the magnitude of crystal field splitting with respect to charge on the metal ion and oxidation state of the metal ion. So overall, greater the charge, larger the crystal field stabilization energy. That is, in the case of CuNH3 2+, the crystal field stabilization energy is 10,000 cm inverse. And in case of when the charge is increased, CuNH3 3+, then CFSE value is 22,900 cm inverse. That is 50% increase in the crystal field stabilization energy takes place when the charge increases from 2+ to 3+. Another example is, for example, in CrH2O6 2+, the value is 14,000 cm inverse, and when the charge increases from 2+ to 3+, so here value increases from 14,000 to 17,400 cm inverse. Then why it occurs? That is there is some reason, that is higher the charge on the metal. Suppose the charge on the metal is larger one, then the ligands are pulled towards the metal more strongly, and therefore the ligands split the energies of the metal d orbital to a greater extent. As the charge on the metal increases, then there is a strong combination or strong interaction of metal and ligand orbital takes place, and due to this there is a, that is the energy of the d orbital. So there is an increase in crystal field stabilization energy takes place. So this is the second factor, that is charge on the metal ion. Then next one is the size of the metal ion. That is most important factor is the size of the metal ion or rho to which the metal ion belong. That is, larger the size, then larger the crystal field stabilization energy. For example, in case of CuEn thrice 3+, so this cobalt belongs from 3D series, first transition series. Then rhodium belongs from 4D series. and iridium belongs from 5D series. So this is a 3D, 4D and 5D, that is cobalt, rhodium, iridium. So in the case of COEN thrice 3 plus, CaPC value is 23,200 centimeter inverse. In case of rhodium En thrice 3 plus, the value is 34,600 centimeter inverse. So there is a 50% rise takes place. And in last one, iridium, there is a 41,000 cm inverse, that is near about 25% CaPC value increased. Then why such type of phenomena takes place? That is a second and third row transition metal will have greater tendency to form low spin complexes, that is 4D and 5D series actually form low spin complexes. Then the reason behind this is around a large metal ion, a given set of ligands experience less steric crowding and therefore can approach closer to the metal ion, and more larger will be the splitting. When we go from 3D to 4D or 4D to 5D, then there is a expansion of d orbital takes place, because d orbitals are bigger, and due to the expansion of d orbital or larger d orbital in case of 4D and 5D, there is a strong interaction of incoming ligand takes place, because there is no any repulsion. So there is a strong interaction, and due to this strong interaction there is a larger crystal field stabilization energy will be possible. And next factor is a number of ligands around the metal and shape of the complex or geometry of the complex. So there are three geometries, that is octahedral geometry, tetrahedral geometry and square planar geometry. So we know that is in a geometrical pattern. When there is a perfect octahedron, then there is a distribution of T2G and EG takes place, and the energy gap between T2G and EG is called as delta octahedral value. So this is a perfect octahedron. And in case of perfect octahedron, there is a central metal ion is surrounded by how many ligands? In perfect octahedron, that is in this diagram, that is central metal ion is surrounded by 6 ligands, and all these ligands are coming from along the axis, that is dx square minus y square and dz square. So there is a strong interaction of Eg orbital of the metal and ligand takes place, and there is a distribution of T2G and Eg as like this, and there is a large energy as compared to tetrahedral one, because in case of tetrahedral, in this diagram there is only 4 ligands and they are coming towards the metal in between the axis, that is there is a strong interaction of ligand and metal, which orbital? That is T2G orbital takes place. So this is a reverse phenomena as like this, that is Eg at the bottom and T2G at the upper level. But in the case of delta octahedral and delta octahedral having higher energy as compared to delta tetrahedral. So in the case of the relation, that is delta tetrahedral is equal to 4 by 9 times delta octahedral. So this is the relation. So because delta tetrahedral having lower value as compared to delta octahedral. And last one, in case of square planar complex, it has a larger crystal field stabilization energy as compared to octahedral and tetrahedral one, because in this case only the interaction of dx square minus y square and dxy orbital takes place along the axis and sometimes slightly in between the axis. So strongest CaPC value occurs in delta square planar complex as compared to delta octahedral complex and as compared to delta tetrahedral complex. So this is about the factors affecting the magnitude of crystal field splitting. So overall we have seen that is factors influencing crystal field splitting, that is crystal field splitting is influenced by oxidation state of metal cation, that is CaPC value increases about 50% when oxidation state increases by 1 unit, that is 2 plus 2 3 plus. Then second parameter, nature of the metal ion, when that is in case of 3D and 4D and 5D metal shows greater crystal field stabilization energy as compared to 4D as compared to 3D. That is, we have seen in previous slide, about 50% from cobalt to radium and 25% from rhodium to iridium CFS value increased. And last one, number and geometry of ligand. Delta octahedral is about 50% larger than delta tetrahedral. So these are the phenomena takes place, or these factors will affect the crystal field stabilization energy. So thank you all of you for listening this video.